Hi guys, welcome to Project Fev, Tarot and More. Sharon, Intuitive Empath, bringing you the daily vibe, channeling energy for the 26th of June. I can't believe we're almost through June already. How did that happen? Where did it go? What in the world? Seriously, like I can't even right now. So, I have been working through some negative type things, and I used the alignment strategy from yesterday and found that it was very helpful for me. I don't know about for you guys, but the challenging energies of yesterday carried over into today. And I know some of you guys in our dialogues with the meetup groups and stuff like that that we have are talking about restless nights, sleeplessness. So there's definitely lots of activity as far as the energy is concerned going on in the universe. And I'm still coming into my own as far as whatever these gifts are and what it means, essentially. So I'm trying to still learn, like, you know, what I'm good at, how this works for me. Tarot is something that I've been doing for 15 years, and I used to do it for fun, kind of as a hobby, and, you know, it was really the affirmations from other people of its accuracy in their own lives and the way that my intuition has worked and how they've seen it work in my life, that they've learned to trust it probably more than me, and then encouraged me to step out in it too. So listen to the people that are supportive around you. You never know, you know, when you have a guru or a teacher kind of working with you in your life. It's funny how they just kind of can make themselves known. And, you know, when you listen to their advice or take a piece of that information and apply it to your life in some way that's effective, it's pretty remarkable, the changes that take place as a result of it. I'm really impressed by my friends all the time. Whatever they go through or whatever I see them go through and the strength that they have inspires me. I mean, seriously, you guys, like, I am surrounded by amazing people, and I'm so grateful for that every day. Literally every day of my life. I always at least have that to be grateful for. My transplanted family, my family lives out of state. My blood family lives out of state. And I don't have any close blood relatives nearby. So I really heavily rely on my support system to be there for me when I'm going through something. And they never disappoint. Never disappoint. I'm never disappointed with the support that I get from my besties, from other people. Throat chakra turned itself over. So let's see what supportive cards we have for that. Oh, wow, that just like flew all the way over here. Hold on, you guys. So, this is Synergy. I don't think that card has come out. Throat chakra has come out, but it's been like months. So, Synergy, what am I getting from Synergy? I know throat chakra represents speaking the truth. And if you have a blockage in your throat chakra, that's usually what ends up happening, is you are not speaking your truth. You're restricting yourself from either owning what your truth is, recognizing what the truth is, operating, functioning, stepping out in your truth. And it causes a point of resistance. And that point of resistance can be one of the most unhealthy points of resistance in the whole chakra system, as far as like blocking you from your success. Okay, when you resist the throat chakra, you resist success. Okay, and it blocks everything from underneath. It blocks you from grounding yourself in reality. It blocks you from that's why you get blocked from success, because you're not living in your truth, speaking in your truth, and you're not accepting something about the reality of what your truth actually is right now. Synergy, we're going to have to look that up because I've not had Synergy come out. I don't feel like there's another card there. But it says it supports our allowance and acceptance of the not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So that's kind of an exciting concept. Scary AF. really. I mean, I kind of feel like even just in of myself when I'm looking at this card that there's something rather not negatively ominous about it, but there's power here. Like it's powerful change, constructive change. And the throat chakra is really internal change. So we have internal and external forces bringing about some pretty powerful and transformative changes is what's coming through. So let's look up synergy because I'm most curious about that one and I'm drawn to that one heavily. I don't know about you guys. The origin of the word synergy comes from working together. Okay, yeah, working together. So the message that's coming through for this about co-creation, cooperation, and the throat chakra is you have to be functioning in your truth to represent your authenticity and genuinity in this collaboration. Okay, if there is a mask, if there is any aspect of this resistance that is in existence still, that hasn't been purged, released, reconciled, redefined in the new consciousness, any of that's pre-existing, it's going to block the flow of this co-creation and this union, whatever this collaboration is here. And it could be the union within yourself. Remember that we also are talking about the union of a healthy divine masculine and divine feminine from within, not just in these, these twin flame unions that we see kind of trending in today's world. Now, I do understand that a lot of twin flames do exist and a lot of light workers are twin flames. But just because you're experiencing an intense connection with another person or human being, there's a lot of soul relationships that are coming to the forefront that are growing into twin flame relationships, maybe in next lives, as in reincarnate lives, but in this life, they're really karmic soul partners. Okay, so how can you tell the difference? You know what? I should probably put on a separate video on how to tell the difference between soul partnerships, soul contract karmic relationships, and twin flame paradigm relationships, because there is a significant difference from the historical texts. And it's not just about how the soul is torn into two that signifies the difference. It's the way that those relationships interact, the energies in those relationships interact, the result of the interaction of those relationships, the type of transformation that takes place, the longevity of the relationship, the purpose and meaning of each person in the relationship, and how that relationship activates that purpose within each person in the paradigm. So pretty significant differences between those, and it's important to note the difference because that will determine how you traverse in and out of that relationship or throughout that relationship. Learning the lesson as quickly as possible, surrendering yourself to the process is usually the best course of action in any of those situations, and then they play out the way that they're going to play out, and then the purpose of that relationship is revealed. And the purpose of the relationship is not always what you had intended the purpose to be. So if you're sticking to your truth, which is this relationship means what I'm going to say it's going to mean, then you are resisting this collaboration and you're resisting the abundance that will flow as a result of it. Okay, so in the new energy, we can expect synergy to not only refer to a process with an outcome that is greater, but to one that involves uniting elements, energies, and even undefined attributes to create something that is completely new, different, and unexpected. And isn't that refreshing, though? There's something very refreshing about the energy that exists in that statement. This brings a wondrous element of magic to the whole process. And magic actually is a theme that's been coming up. Oh, so we've been nurturing and fostering all of the fundamental pieces and elements of synergistic process and stepping into our truth. Oh my God, go universe, okay. In this activation, synergy is represented through the uncommon and rather bold choice of color combinations. And it really is. Got some neon yellows in there and some nice greens. I'm a teal kind of person. I love the blues that are out here, the blue greens. By itself, pink represents the divine feminine, attributes of love, nurturing, stillness, and receptivity, and the bright yellow-green color represents the new energy through clarity, beauty, and exhilaration. Purple brings in consciousness and insight, while the opening at the top represents the channel that allows input from a higher place. This communication is taken in, brought to the core, surrounded by loving pink and light, and transcended for release onto the earth plane in an appropriate energy that is in alignment with the consciousness there. There's that word alignment. This is exactly why I do this daily vibe, so that you guys can collectively align yourselves individually, independently, and then contribute to the collective energy and the higher vibrational frequency of healing and unconditional love. The effects of this release are ripple through the emotional planes, the mental plane, and can even affect us on the DNA level. Oh, interesting. That's ultimately where a lot of our spiritual transformation takes place, is in the DNA coding. So, how does this apply to alignment? I think that has more to do with the throat chakra being out of alignment, and preventing or blocking or creating a point of resistance for this energy. So really today's focus for alignment or realignment is going to be in the throat chakra. Take a deep breath. As soon as you're aware that you are out of alignment, a malalignment with the throat chakra is going to be, you caught yourself telling a little white lie, or you caught yourself fundamentally in a daydream, or somehow elaborating on a truth or selling the idea of something rather than trusting that the absolution of the truth and its authentic, genuine purpose is enough. Okay, so if you find yourself embellishing, okay, then there's a lack of truth here. That's all in the ego, and that doesn't represent the energy of the throat chakra. How are we going to realign this, Spirit? Okay, so we're going to go to throat chakra and see what the realignment process here is. So it's 5, and it is, okay, here we go. So you're going to take a deep breath, exhale, relax everything, and you're going to ask yourself, how does it feel to be completely honest and authentic in my expression? Are you vulnerable? Do you feel unprotected? A lot of times when we step forward in our authenticity, in our genuine self, in our authentic truth, we don't feel protected. And I think that type of vulnerability is what ends up holding us back ultimately. We resist moving forward as an authentic version of ourselves, you know. But what I've learned, if anything, is that when I was wearing the mask and I was pretending to be someone, I was rejected. And yeah, sure, I could justify it and say, well, they weren't really rejecting me. But at the same time, when love did come around, they were loving my mask. They were loving the personality that I was putting forward, and they weren't loving the genuine me. And I was missing out on all the cultivation and nourishment that comes from and stems from and is contributed to my life from relationships of connectivity in their authenticity. So in order to be loved for who I truly am, I have to be who I truly am and allow the people who love that to come into my life and stay. And that's why I think I started out this whole message by saying I'm so grateful, because I have exactly those people in my life. So I can attest to the positive outcome and manifesting that in my own life, that these authentic relationships will come to you. And don't be afraid, because honestly, my entire world, the reality of my entire paradigm and the way that I live my life right now is probably at its best. You know, compared to when I wasn't my authentic self and I was putting on a mask of who I thought I needed to be in order to please the people that were around me. Now I can be myself and I don't have to second guess or think about those things, and I still please the people that are around me because they're happiest with who I am in my authentic self. And they love to see me grow, and they positively support me and undergird me. They don't try to tear me down or tear away the mask or fight with me about things or try to put the mask back on and encourage me to put the mask on thicker and build bigger walls. Like, you know, it's authentic relationships, genuine relationships, and I'm so grateful that I took that leap of faith to allow my authenticity to be demonstrated and expressed into my auric surroundings. And that's how I live now, just authentic and genuine. And it attracts the people into my world that I honestly find that I really want to be there. I really want them there. Every single one of you guys, you know who you are. So, how does it feel, right? How does it feel to be completely honest and authentic in your expression? Can you move beyond the vulnerability and accept that there's a genuine comfort in it? And that validation comes when the first person comes into your world and says, I see who you really are, and I like who that is. And then you realize, oh my God, I can live like this. I can do this. It's possible. And you'll be supported. So, hope that helps you guys. Click like, subscribe. Thanks for watching and tuning into the channel. Welcome back, my Sebbies, and welcome new watchers, new subscribers. As always, namaste.